Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the home mentoring session of accountancy. Myself, C.S.K. Khanna from the Sri Vidya School of Balakand. Dear students, today we will start our next lesson, that is change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners as a part of reconstitution of the firm. Under the heading of reconstitution of the firm, different important aspects we have to learn. So today we will start with the learning of first lesson, change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. So first of all, we must understand what we mean by the concept of reconstitution of partnership firm. Reconstitution of partnership firm means there are number of occasions due to which there is the need for reconstitution of partnership. Basically, partnership is formed on the basis of agreement, maybe oral or maybe in written, that is partnership deed, and any change in that agreement automatically requires the reconstitution of the partnership firm. Again, what we mean by the reconstitution? Reconstitution of the partnership firm means that the partnership firm exists but with the new agreement or with the new changes in the nomenclature of the partnership firm. जब हम पार्टनरशिप फर्म का जो बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर है या जो एग्रीमेंट है उसको चेंज करते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज द रिकंस्टिट्यूशन ऑफ द पार्टनरशिप फर्म. Now a very relevant question arises, what are the occasions on which there is reconstitution of the partnership firm? वो कौन सा occasions हैं जब हम partnership firm के agreement को change करते हैं? There may be the number of occasions due to which there is the reconstitution of partnership firm. They may include change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, admission of an existing partner, retirement of an existing partner, death of a partner, amalgamation of two or more partnership firm. So there are number of occasions due to which there is the need of reconstitution of the partnership firm. The very first occasion may be change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, that the partners may decide to make a change in their profit sharing ratio. There may be the situation when there is admission of a new partner, there may be the retirement or death of a partner, and there may be the amalgamation of two or more partnership firm. Amalgamation here means merger or joining of two or more partnership firm with each other. So these are the some of the occasions on which the reconstitution of partnership firm is needed. Now, at the time of reconstitution of the partnership firm, what type of the adjustments are required? Number of type of the adjustments are required at the time of reconstitution of a partnership firm. Starting with there may be the calculation or determination of sacrificing ratio and gaining ratio. Then we have to do accounting for the value of goodwill. Then accounting treatment of reserves and accumulated profits, accounting for revaluation of assets and liabilities, and adjustment of capitals among the partners. So, at the time of reconstitution of any partnership firm, various types of the adjustment is needed in the books of account. Starting with the determination of sacrificing ratio, gaining ratio, sometimes new ratio also. We have also to calculate the valuation of goodwill, do that. Then accounting treatment for reserve and accumulated profit is required. Then accounting for revaluation of assets and liabilities is needed. And then finally, adjustment of capital is to be done, maybe on the basis of the new partner share of capital and profits in the firm, or maybe among the existing partners, maybe through cash introduced or cash withdrawn, or maybe very important basis that opening of the current account. But all these adjustments we will learn one by one. First of all, we have to understand change in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, how it is to be calculated and what the changes may be there. The basic purpose is here to understand that who should compensate whom in case of change in profit sharing ratio of existing partners. before we understand that who should compensate and to whom should be compensated, we have to understand what we mean by the sacrificing ratio and what we mean by the gaining ratio. Now, sacrificing ratio means decrease in the share of existing partners due to the change in the profit sharing ratio, and gaining ratio means increase in the share of partners' profit due to change in the profit sharing ratio for this lesson. Now, sacrificing ratio means decrease in the share. For example, A and B, they are sharing in the ratio of 1:3, which means A is having 1/4 share and B is having 3/4 share. Now suppose they have changed their ratio into 1:1. That means A is now having 1/2 and B is having 1/2. Now when you compare their old share and the new share, you would find over there that there is change in the profit sharing ratio, and due to this change in the profit sharing ratio, one partner is gaining and other partner may be losing. Losing means sacrificing. For example, in this case, A was earlier having 1/4 share. As per the change in the profit sharing, he is now getting 1/2, that is 50%. Now whether A has sacrificed or gained, A has gained, because earlier he is having only 1/4 share, that is 25%, while as per the new agreement, he is having 1/2, that is 50% share. Likewise, with reference to B, earlier B is having 3/4 share, that is 75%, and now as per the new agreement, he is having 50% or 1/2 share in profits. Now in that case, B is having a very important difference, that earlier he is having 75%, now he is having 50%. So B is sacrificing. So sacrificing means decrease in the share of profit of partner one or more, or gaining means increase in the share of one or more partner. There may be the situation, there may be any partner may not be gaining, may not be sacrificing. They are having the same share in the previous as well as the new change in the profit sharing ratio. Now, question arises, who should compensate whom in case of change in profit sharing ratio of existing partners? Very logically, the partner who is gaining or the partner whose share has been increased will compensate to the partner whose share has been decreased. Likewise, in this example, A share has increased from 25% to 50%. So A will compensate to whom? To B, because now B share has been decreased from 75%, that is 3/4 to 1/2. So the gaining partner has to contribute for the sacrificing partner, or the gaining partner has to compensate to the sacrificing partner. The purpose of calculating sacrificing ratio is to determine the amount of compensation to be paid by the gaining partner. The partner who is gaining has to pay, that is the partner whose share increased as a result of change, to the sacrificing partner, that is the partner whose share has decreased as a result of change. Such compensation is usually paid on the basis of the proportionate amount of goodwill. What the goodwill is, how it is to be dealt, we will discuss in our next videos. But here you understand that a partner who is gaining has to compensate to the partner who is sacrificing. I would continue with the same concept in my next video.